guys, and welcome to today's video. My name is Diana if you're new, and I'm a stay-at-home mom to 3 kids, and I've been married to my husband for about 10 years. I started my YouTube channel just to kind of share the ins and outs of what I do to take care of my home, to meet other moms, and hopefully inspire, because I know when I watch other moms here on YouTube, I definitely get the fire, I get the motivation to start doing stuff for my family and for my home. And I'm gonna be honest, this isn't a typical day. As realistic as I try to make my channel, these days where I'm cleaning all day long, the more marathon type cleaning, is not typically something that I do every day. I do lots of cleaning, lots of dishes throughout the day, but it's way more broken up, usually by meals or homeschool or just the regular interruptions with kids. But on these days that I film, I do treat them a little bit more like a work day. I am hoping that someday I can start earning some money from YouTube. So on these days, I do kind of dedicate it more to a full day cleaning. You know, I don't always get myself so put together. Not that I look amazing or anything, but you know, there are days where your hair's not done and you look a little disheveled. So that is definitely how it is for me. But again, on the days that I film, I try to get myself put together and I do get a little more done. So the first thing that I did was get some hot water put in that trash can. I had noticed that the bottom of my trash can had some stuff in it, and so I sprayed it with a little, I think it was Clorox, the foaming spray. I sprayed that, and then I've got some hot boiling water in there, and we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. And now we're gonna tackle the dishes and just kind of cleaning up from the morning. This day I did go grocery shopping and I had some food to put away still. I do try to clean some of my produce, and I also tried to buy organic, so I'm not really cleaning off pesticides or anything, hopefully, but I do notice that they are kind of dirty. And if you buy organic, I don't know if you've noticed too, but there are little bugs on organic produce. I will find little aphids and stuff. So I do really try to wash all my produce and just get a good rinse on everything. So that was some of the bags here on the counter. I did need to go through there and get some of my produce washed. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start here with the dishes, and then we'll move on to clearing off this food and the rest of the countertops. Alright, so now that the dishes were clean, I wanted to do a good scrub down here in the sink so that I have a nice clean sink for my produce. And to wash my produce, I like to use just a little bit of vinegar and some water, and I let them soak not too long, especially things like strawberries. Those always, they don't do well in, you know, the acidic water, and so I try to wash those pretty quick and not let them sit too long. And then we will get those dried and off to the side so that we can finish up with this food and finally get it put away. For some of my produce this week, we got some Honeycrisp apples. I got some Roma tomatoes. I like those for tacos and things. I got lots of zucchini. I really wanted to make some zucchini muffins. And then I also got grapes, and I ended up sticking the whole bag in here because this is the first time it ever happened to me. I had one little bunch, and then all the grapes on the bottom were all loose and they weren't actually on the vine. So I just stuck the whole bag in there. And then we also had some strawberries and some carrots. And finally, the trash can was done, so I just dumped that out and gave it a final rinse. And then I'm gonna take it out to the kitchen and dry it all up so that I can get that trash bag put in there because I have lots of stuff to throw away.
Now I'm so fine. You look at me when I say I'm not emotional. I haven't cried for days. I run in pace. I'm so fine. Do you see me through? I don't mind it. You don't want the truth. I don't get triggered by it. Next day I can't stop spiraling. Missing my head so bad, but I'm fine. I'm so fine, Billy. Tell me how to live and let it go. How the hell am I supposed to know? Missing my head, but baby, I'm fine. I'm so fine. Wanna get close, but you go to sleep. So I go back out and turn the keys silently. I'm craving company. If someone else out here, call for emergency. Who can waste my time? I don't get triggered by it. Next day I can't stop spiraling. Missing my head so bad, but I'm fine. I'm so fine, Billy. Tell me how.
Mommy, look.
Wow, you brought this for Mommy?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
You did tell me you were gonna bring me a surprise. Matt is so sweet to me, and he always brings me flowers. And it's so cute because I don't know what it is that reminds him, of doing something nice for me, but I just find it so cute, and it's the sweetest thing. And he is so loving to me. He's always telling me he loves me and always telling me I'm his best friend, and he's just such a sweet little boy. Now we're moving on to the stove. I wanted to clean this up, and I'm just gonna use some Dawn Power Wash and some water. There's nothing better than some good Dawn, so we're gonna come in here and scrub it, and I'm using a Scrub Daddy sponge. I think it's a Scrub Daddy, yeah. I'm using one of the Scrub Daddy sponges, and we're just going to wipe this down and get it nice and clean.
It was done because we were gonna be friends, but we fell in love, got a little bit naughty, irresponsible. So we said let's stop it, we're better on our own. But you stayed in my head, standing in some beams, and when in my bed, you were in my dreams. We're still like kind of best of enemies, but now we're making love till we're out of energy.
So switching gears, we're gonna make some really quick lunch. Nico is gonna be stopping by for his lunch break. He does work for UPS, and our house is on his route, so it's really nice. He gets to stop here and have lunches and bathroom breaks and all that. So he was gonna be stopping by soon. I'm just using this homemade Montreal steak seasoning. It's so delicious. I'll link it down below for you guys, but I love this recipe for steaks and chicken, and it also works for pork chops. And it's just so good. And these were some thick pork loin chops. I found these at Winco, and they're really cheap. It was only like $4 for this big pack, and I really like them. I thought they were pretty tender. They weren't like overly dry or anything. And I just cooked them kind of low so that the outside doesn't burn before the inside gets cooked. And they're just super good, really fast, simple, and cheap to make. And after we finished up with lunch, I just quickly washed some of the dishes and got some water boiling so that I can clean my microwave. And we're just going to continue on here in the kitchen. That's kind of how my videos go. Whatever I need to do is kind of what I'll focus on. Today, my kitchen really needed some love, and so we're going to do a lot of the cleaning in here, and then we'll move on to the living area too. But my microwave is really dirty, and I've been eyeing it for a few days, so we're going to get that cleaned up.
Don't I? And I know sometimes I'm bringing you down, but I always make you smile, don't I? We're like the waves on a big blue stormy sea, but still you're the one who brings out the best in me. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, it's never getting boring when we keep aiming for the stars, just you and me. We always get back up again, you and me. Baby, you and me. There's no one else who can make me feel like I can do anything I dream of but you. We can fight all day and make love at night.
And once my water finished boiling, I got that put in a glass dish, and I decided to put a little bit of lemon in there just for, just to make it smell good. And I love doing it this way. I used to put a dish of water in the microwave and try to microwave it in there, but it just didn't work the same, and I feel like it took a lot longer. But this way I get the water boiling in the dish, in the microwave, and it immediately starts the process of removing all the food. And I only need to leave it for about 10 minutes, and then when I open up the microwave, it's nice and steamy and everything's loosened, and I just find it works so much better this way. And while that's sitting in the microwave, I'm going to quickly move through the kitchen and wipe down some of the outer surfaces of some of my other appliances.
You always leave me wanting more, baby, you and me were like the perfect storm, and you know that I can't get enough of you, no. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, and then we always get back up again. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, it's never getting boring when we keep aiming for the stars, just you and me. We always get back up again, you and me.
So after about 10 minutes, the microwave was ready. So this is the microwave. It's pretty dirty, lots of food splattered everywhere. And I'm kind of torn because I haven't been using the plastic cover on top of my food when I microwave it, because I've been thinking, I don't know, the plastic, I don't want to microwave food with plastic around it. I don't know if that's dumb or not, but I also stopped microwaving any plastic in here. I only microwave glass or ceramic. I don't know, I feel like maybe I'm getting plastic in my food, so I haven't been doing that, but it also creates a big mess in the microwave. But cleaning it this way, everything wipes right out. I don't have to do any scrubbing or anything. It just comes straight off. Now the microwave is nice and clean and just needed to finish up wiping down a few more things. But you guys are gonna see in a second, my dishwasher has a big old dent on it because I went to Goodwill with Matt and we were looking around and shopping, and he found this little bowling set, and it was like a wood bowling set with wood bowling balls, and I bought it for him. It was just a couple dollars. I'm like, that looks fun. We brought it home. He set it up right here in the kitchen, and his first bowl, he threw the ball and it totally dented my dishwasher. And I couldn't believe it, but I could. Like, that's so mom life. I don't know. I didn't think it through. I thought he would bowl the ball, you know, like roll it along the floor, and he totally chucked that ball right at my dishwasher. So I find that funny, but that is so mom life. So I wanted to give you guys just a little encouragement this week, and it is the changing of the seasons. Fall is finally here and things are starting to change, and here in Arizona it's starting to cool down, but the changing seasons has me thinking about the seasons of life. If you ever feel discouraged being a mom or a homemaker, or you know, that dreaded comparison starts to creep in, I just want you to remember that we are all in different seasons. Maybe you have a new baby at home. Maybe you're homeschooling 5 children instead of just 2 or 3 like me. Maybe you're a single parent. Maybe you're pregnant and it's hard to do a lot of things. Maybe you're a little bit older, or maybe you're younger and you just haven't figured things out yet. We all are in different seasons of life, so it's just important for us to remember that just because we can't do everything that we see, everything that people do online, that's okay. We're all doing something a little different. And, you know, that mom that can wake up at 5 a.m. every day and she can juggle so many things, so it seems. That mom that can be really into her fitness and, you know, can be in great shape. Or that mom who seems to be able to make lots of from scratch meals, or, you know, maybe she doesn't have a job like me. Maybe you work, because I don't work. So it's easier for me to prioritize doing a lot of cooking at home because I'm always here. And so I have the ability to make more food, because if you work, maybe it's not practical, or it's just not possible to be cooking tons of food at home all the time. So it's just important to remember that we're all living different lives and we all have different limitations. There's just so many different factors that will go into all of our lives, and don't be too hard on yourself. Just remember what season you're in, and it's okay if your life is different than somebody else's, and it's okay if you prioritize different things than other moms and other homemakers. We're all just doing our best, and I just wanted to remind you of that. For an easy meal this week, I decided to do a sandwich night. We really like Jersey Mike's, but it is expensive, and I'm sure there's lots of ingredients that we'd rather avoid. So it's kind of a win-win just to do it at home. And I decided to make some bread. So I do have my grain mill, and I've been trying to make like freshly milled wheat bread, you know, milling my own grains. But I just cannot get it down, you guys. I have tried to make the bread, and it just comes out dense. The dough is super sticky. Like, I just can't seem to figure it out. But one way around that is to do a regular flour, a regular all-purpose flour bread, and then just add some freshly milled grains to it. So I usually take about a cup of the all-purpose flour out, and I will substitute the freshly milled wheat flour. And that way we can get a little bit more nutrition, but the dough is more like a regular type of bread dough that I'm used to. Maybe someday I'll get the bread down. I just can't do it, and it is totally different from regular all-purpose flour dough. So we are just gonna go through here and get this bread dough started so that I can put it in the oven. And my oven does have a bread-proof setting, so I can set it at 95 degrees, and it's the perfect temperature for my bread dough to start its first rise. is starting to rise in the oven. I just really quickly did these dishes, and then we're gonna move on to the living area and start picking up some of the toys and stuff from the day and just tidying up the rest of the house. And I am gonna have my kids help me. It's one of my favorite ways to clean, and Nico actually taught it to me, and you probably already do it, but it's when you go around cleaning with your children and you just point to everything and tell them to put it away. So you're like, here, Audrey, you go put this away. Matthew, you put this away. Nikki, you put this away. And you just walk around and it's like you have lots of hands, but it makes cleaning go much faster, and I feel like the kids enjoy it much more than if I'm just like, hey, clean up your stuff, put it away. They like to have the direction, so when I'm right behind them and I'm like, here, put these stuffed animals away. Here, put these shoes away. It's just easy for them. They know where to start and they just move on to the next thing. And together as a family, we just breeze through the tidying of the house. And this is something that Nico's always done. For a long time, I would just kind of struggle with the kids and be like, I told you to clean up this mess, and why didn't you clean up this mess? And he has always just like walked around with them and directed them to do one single thing at a time. And it always works so well. And so I've started to do that too. And I feel like it makes it more enjoyable for all of us.
Tell me, babe, where are you going? Prairie wind goes on blowing. Tumbleweed shadow, I'm tied to you. Tell me, babe, what are we gonna do? 'Cause you got me in a bad spell, spinning and I can't tell where to get the magic. I just gotta have it. In the light, I had a vision. In the dark, a premonition. You took
Once we had got the house tidied up, then I moved on to the computer area. This is the Screen Mom screen cleaner that I found recently and I really love. And of course, Branch Basics. I've been using it for years. I'm gonna do a quick dusting and wipe down of the computer tables. And then I'm also gonna clean the screens and get those nice and clean again because there's always lots of grubby fingerprints on them. And then we're gonna move on to the floors. And I decided to just do a quick vacuum. I'm gonna vacuum the living room, and then I figured I might as well just vacuum the rest of the little living area walkway here from the back door because there's always lots of dirt and sand that comes in from the backyard. And we're just gonna finish up tidying the main area of the house here.
like sun and rain, and drama on the TV is full of pain. But we're the good part, the happy ending, unexpected plot twist where you always save me. We're the good part, we never fake it, even if it hurts, we always say it. Like it just like that, kinda like it like that. Kinda like it like that. Like it just like that, kinda like it like that. Kinda like it like that.
So I almost forgot to tell you guys, I don't know if you noticed my pumpkins in the front entryway, but it's a little too hot for us to stick them out on the front porch just yet. But I actually got those pumpkins at Walmart for 25 cents a piece. And I was bummed because I walked into Walmart and I saw the big flat of pumpkins, and there was a couple of the giant boxes and they were both empty and they were listed for 25 cents. I was like, dang it, we missed it. But then I know Walmart really well, especially my store, and so I was like, I know there's one more spot where they normally keep pumpkins, and I went over there and there was a full box of them, and it was kind of in front of the self-checkout and people couldn't really see them, but we got them for 25 cents. And one of the pumpkins we got is huge, But all 3 of the pumpkins are beautiful and they had like really nice stems and nothing wrong with them. But my Walmart was having, I guess, a manager's special, they said, for 25 cents. So that is a steal of a lifetime. Even though I didn't do anything, I came home and I was like, guess what I just did? I just bought these for 25 cents a piece. I felt so proud about that sale.
We never fake it. Like it just like that. Kinda like it like that. Kinda like it like that. Like it just like that. Kinda like it like that.
Now that my dough had risen, it was time to shape it and get it ready for its second rise. So I set my oven to 400 degrees, and then I decided with this bread, it makes 2 bread loaves. I decided to make one a little bit longer, like a French bread, and then I decided to make one a little bit, I don't know, more stout, so a little bit fatter and shorter. And I wasn't sure what shape would be best for our sandwiches, but you guys will see in a little bit. We ended up using the shorter, fatter one, and the bread was like a little bit thicker, a little bit more like a sub sandwich. So that was what we had going on here. And then about 10-15 minutes later, the bread had risen and I scored it really quick. And then we're gonna pop that in. And then while this is baking, I'm gonna quickly get some laundry in, give the kids a bath, and then we'll come back and finish dinner. So I am back to using the Charlie soap, but I saw that they make a liquid Charlie soap, so I really like it. I think it works just as good as the powder, but it's a little less annoying to use because I don't have to, scoop the powder every day, and I feel like it lasts a really long time. You just use a little tiny capful, and it seems to clean my clothes really well. So we are back on the Charlie soap, and I get mine from Walmart.com. Once my bread was done, I pulled it out, and I decided just to put a little bit of butter on the outside of it. And then these cooled for a very brief amount of time, just so that they weren't piping hot. And then I cut into them, and it was time to start assembling the sandwiches. For our sandwiches this night, we had turkey, I bought some Munster cheese, and then we also had some iceberg lettuce, tomato. I cut up some jalapenos for Nikki and for Nico. And then we also serve these with mayonnaise, mustard, and then I bought a bag of the Vicky's spicy dill pickle chips. These are so good, and as much as we try to eat, kind of clean and not too many weird ingredients, sometimes you just have to have fun and you just have to eat something delicious. And so these chips are that. They're kettle cooked and they're a little bit spicy. They have that vinegary, pickle kind of taste, and they are so good and they pair so well with sandwiches. So we did go ahead and serve those on the side. Well, that is going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. You guys have been so kind, and it just really brings me so much joy, and I feel so happy knowing that I have so many of you out there who support me. And I just wanted to say thank you to a few of you who always try to comment, and I really, really appreciate it. Dragonfly Neb, thank you. Adam A 3653, Home with Cindy 24, Briannaville 4332, and of course Homemaking with Nancy. And I know there are more of you who comment a lot. I can think off the top of my head, Rebecca Willingham, thank you. I just really appreciate all your guys' support. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you back here next time.